Hi, grade 9. Are you fine? Today we are going to learn about the activity, the chapter 2, activity 1, respiratory system. What is the human respiratory system? The human respiratory system allows one to obtain oxygen and to eliminate carbon dioxide. Breathing consists of two phases, inspiration and expiration. In inspiration or inhalation, the process of taking in air. In expiration or exhalation, the process of blowing out air. This is the human respiratory system. It starts with the nose, the nostrils, the nose, the nasal cavities, the pharynx, okay, the larynx, trachea, and it ends in the lungs, okay. The nose with nostrils and nasal cavities are the first part of upper respiratory tracts, while the lower respiratory tract consists of or made of diaphragm from diaphragm till the larynx in the trachea. Okay, we will see each one of them with details after. Organs in the respiratory system: nose and nasal cavities, warms, moistens, and filters air as it is inhaled. The pharynx or throat passageway of air leads to trachea. The larynx, the voice box, where vocal cords are located. Trachea, windpipe, keeps the windpipe open. Trachea is lined with fine hairs called cilia, which filter air before it reaches the lung. Bronchi or bronchus in singular, two branches at the end of the trachea, each led to a lung. Bronchiole, a network of smaller branches leading from the bronchi into the lung tissue and ultimately to air sacs. Alveoli, the functional respiratory units in the lung where gas exchange. Okay, let's return to the initial figure. This is the nose, okay, nasal cavities, the pharynx, the larynx, voice box, trachea, and bronchi, and the bronchiole. In the other, this is the right lung and the left lung. Um, Other organs of are included in respiration: the diaphragm, the ribs, and the intercostal muscles, the muscles in between the ribs. The pleural membrane covers each lung together. Okay, components of the upper respiratory tract: the nostril, nasal cavity, pharynx, glottis and epiglottis, larynx, and trachea. Upper respiratory tract: passageway for respiration, receptors for smell, filters incoming air to filter larger foreign material, moisten and warms incoming air, resonating chambers for voice. Components of the lower respiratory tract: the larynx, the trachea, right bronchus and left bronchus, bronchioles, clusters of alveoli. The lower respiratory tract functions: larynx maintains an open airway, routes food and air appropriately, assists in sound production. Trachea transports air and from lungs to and from lungs. Bronchi branch off into lungs. Lungs transport air to alveoli for gas exchange. Gas exchange between the blood and alveoli. Look at the bronchiole which ends in a cluster of sacs, which are called air sac. Each one of them is an alveoli. Okay. This is look at the irrigation. Small pulmonary artery and small pulmonary vein, which encounters all the air sacs. Look at this picture with more details. Blood flow and the return of blood, pulmonary venule. Look at the air sacs or alveolus. Alveolus in singular and alveoli in plural. And this is the surface of exchange between the blood and air in alveolus. This is the epithelial cell of it. The characteristics of surface of exchange, it is a very large surface, very thin layer, very rich in blood vessels. Respiratory cycle, look at the movements. This is the resting phase. This is the case of inhalation where diaphragm and intercostal muscles are contracted and the volume of lungs increasing. This is the expiration or exhalation. Diaphragm is relaxed and the intercostal muscles also. So the volume of lungs decreases. For respiration process, breathing or ventilation, air into and out of lungs, external respiration, gas exchange between air and blood, internal respiration, gas exchange between blood and tissues, cellular respiration, oxygen used to produce ATP, the energy, carbon dioxide as waste. This is the end of our video today. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Goodbye.